Hi there. So I want to do today's session, and I'm doing it in my office with my beautiful mural behind me of trees. Not sure if I'm actually loving this backdrop or not. Anyway, okay, so let's do our session and see what's showing up. So, the message from Spirit is let's see what we can do to create more abundance in your life. And that's interesting. Ah, fuck. I just about dropped the whole deck. Okay, so let's look at abundance because what we've been talking about is what abundance actually is to us. And yes, it can mean money, but it's really, to me, the abundance is having freedom. You know, peace in our mind, joy in our hearts, and then if money's meant to show up, it will, and if it's not, it won't, because when we get to this place of abundance, we actually don't care about wants or needs. So, what Spirit is saying, my love, you have been resenting, and this is preventing you. So let's see what resentment is preventing us from. Okay, so resentment is bladder, kidney, energy. And what I actually recognized today as I was, journaling is fear. Show, like when we're talking about the five elements that I've been sharing, the fear is, and I could be wrong about this, but this is what I'm kind of working through. The fear is more about the past, and the worry is the future. So we're looking at resentment, which obviously comes from the past, but what are we resenting? Oh, I know what this is about. I've been talking a lot about relationships and how we're here as how we're here to water the relationships with men, and how it's actually the feminine nurturer that steps up and really feels out what the masculine in her life needs and gives it to him. And what we want is them to give it to us. But unless we give it to them, they're not going to feel safe. And we're not a safe place for them unless we show them consistency. And this is a big deal for me because I'm just really seeing this and working this through in my own life. But I can also feel the times when I'm not anchored in my heart that the resentment shows up. It's like, why can't we just find men that do this for us? Why do we have to be the ones that have to nurture them? Why can't they just show up for us? Well, the reason is because most men on the planet have not had a strong feminine in their lives. They have mom wounds, they have dad wounds, so do we. But like I said, we can wait forever for a good man to show up, or we can really fucking tend to the garden and water what we really want, and that is a real man. We're waiting for the fantasy to show up. And what we actually get to do, I mean, if you have a toxic person in your life that's abusive, obviously this does not apply. But if it's a man who is really good and loving and kind that has these wounds, it's worth it. It's worth it to water it. And like I said, I can feel the resentment in my body of like, why do I have to be the one to do this? Well, like I said, the answer is we're living in a world of unhealed people. And unless we step up and become the ones healing and giving and loving, we will not find those partners because those partners are wounded men. And I'm just finding this all very, very fascinating. So what Spirit is saying is you've been resenting, and that is preventing you from experiencing peace, and this is creating chaos in your life. So you resenting anything, Life is not here to grant all of our wishes for us. Life is here to put us through what it needs us to go through in order to be the people that can work for them. So yeah, life is hard sometimes. But when we look at our own children, if our kids do not have challenges, they're going to be spoiled. They're not going to have their character developed. You know, I've been watching the series Yellowstone, and I've been hearing these cowboys saying you're not born a cowboy, you become one. And I'm really, really seeing this that we don't want all of our wishes granted. I mean, yes, the hurt parts of us are like, why the fuck can't this be easy? Well, the healed parts of us know that if it were much easier, we wouldn't be the strong, resilient, loving, kind people that we are. So, this card is saying it's time to accept what is. Allow yourself to feel sad about it. When you cry it out, you will open a space for love in your heart and in your life. So, it's okay to look at your past and be sad about it. It's okay to be sad that certain things happened, that certain things didn't go your way. Maybe certain things are not going your way right now. It's okay to be sad. Not only is it okay, but it's very healthy to be sad. We have these emotions, we're meant to feel them, but we're also meant to move through them, not stay stuck in them and not run from them. It's really to just be like, okay, this wasn't working, this didn't work, but now I get to accept it as a part of my process, as a part of the plan, knowing that if it's in my life, it's here for a reason. You know, and when we begin to be held by the divine, to me it's a mother and father, we get to this place of like, yeah, everything just is working out. Everything has to happen the way it did. It had to happen the way it did because it did. Like, because that's how it happened. So that was how it was meant to be. And we get to choose. We get to choose any time. Do we want to keep watering this garden? Or do we want to avoid love altogether and be alone? And to me, honestly, being alone is the easiest answer. It's just, it would be so easy to do this on my own. But I also know that when I'm on my own, that I feel a void in my life, and I do wish to have a partner. And so that's why I'm stepping up and I'm like, okay, let's see what this actually does. Let's see if watering this garden makes this man grow into something that I really truly want him to be. And like I said, oh, excuse me. This isn't about watering toxic, abusive partners. This is about finding men who are safe and good, and really recognizing that when we need something from them, we're pushing them away. Needing and wanting is not the energy that we want. And when we start to give what we wish to receive, we will receive it. And I'm speaking about this from, like I've always said in my videos, it's not as an expert, it's as somebody that's in the trenches doing this with you. So the card that came up is, Dear child, we are clearing your path for you. Please let go of what is not serving you. Set yourself free. Make room for your blessings. They are about to rain down on your life. And what this is speaking to us is what is not serving us, that it's asking us to let go of, are these wants and these needs of how somebody should be showing up for us. And like I've said before, this is not easy work, because this is, I'm going to give what I wish to receive without expectations of receiving it. And when we do that, we will receive more than what it is we wanted. And this all goes back to Alison Armstrong work, and it's so powerful and so beautiful and so based in truth.